welcome back to Trash Talking.
I'm Reg.
I'm E, and this is our first podcast without a little guy running around having to block off.
So part of our family.
We got Big Russell. Yeah, we're not feeding him and
trying to keep quiet.
keeping him away, keeping him quiet, making sure that no one comes to the door so we didn't bark between.
He always wanted to be down here with us.
He loved the podcast. He loved being on it. So it's for the big old Russ, man.
And if you've seen our heads looking down, that's because he was coming, and we want to make sure he didn't knock anything down.
And every now and then he'd walk by and he'd leave a little poop, and we'd have to figure it out on the fly. So this is the first podcast without catering to the dog the whole time and putting down the food. So this is for Rusty. He would have loved to see the Lakers win a championship. So
or Sabres.
Or the Sabres win a championship.
Oh, that's right. Dad and Rusty aren't here.
15 years and you didn't get to see a Sabres championship.
Oh, Rusty never saw the
Cowboys.
Sabres.
He did. He probably did,
Cowboy.
though. We got him at 5.
Oh, yeah, he was 17.
He did see a lot of Cowboy freakouts, so I'll tell you that. He saw a lot of freakouts. He did see us lose our minds a little bit, but Rusty is one of the last creatures on Earth to see a Sabres playoff. Just think about that. That's how long Rusty was here. So
one good thing about Rusty was no matter the score, no matter who was winning, he just wanted to be around people and be petted. That's all he wanted.
He was the greatest prize after a Cowboys, missed field goal, or
he was the only one that didn't ball bust me about the Seattle-Denver Super Bowl. He's the only one. It's unbelievable. He's the only one that didn't bother me about it.
He's there for you.
Yeah.
He was a huge Russell Wilson fan, though. So
that's right, Russell.
All right.
Speaking of which, come on, we have to. I know you don't want to follow the NHL, but we want
happy for our Sabres fans out there. Happy for our Sabres fans out there. Everyone's happy for the players and Lindy Ruff, and that's great. I am more happy for the people for 15 years who didn't get to see it yet. I'm very happy for everyone who's happy.
I would love to see him win just to spite the Bills as well.
Can you imagine
been there all those times? The couple come in once and won.
There has been a tweet. There has been a tweet that has been going around Twitter for last year, and it is a tweet from 2015, and it is someone saying, "I don't know if this means anything, but I just talked to a psychic, and he told me that the 2025-26 Stanley Cup champions will be the Buffalo Sabres."
Is that not a Simpsons?
This might have been a Simpsons thing. This was tweeted 11 years ago. I don't believe in that stuff. And it's even less believable because it says next year will be the Bills. So I don't really know if this is true. But Sabres can make a run here. Atlantic is good. The Eastern Conference is good.
Well, they got to use home ice to their advantage.
Do it. And do it anytime besides Saturday, April 18th at 8 to 11 because that is my exam. So let's do that in the afternoon.
I was sad to see Ovechkin not make it, though.
I know. That's why I really wanted
sad for him.
I think he'll have one more year.
You think?
The way he waved off the Penguin when they all wanted to stay on.
Yeah.
He's not good. He should not stay around. Poor guy. He's old. All he does is get to his spot.
Well, not the good thing. I was actually kind of hoping he might go after Gretzky record now, but
he beat the goal record. But he'll never get that. I think he'll never get that one. He could get the playoff plus season goal record if he sticks around one more year. And when the Penguins players tried to stay on to give him a handshake at the end, he waved him off. So I feel like he's got a year left. He didn't want to make it too much.
Maybe that's it. Yeah.
So all right, let's go to basketball. You have something you want to get off your chest.
Anybody that pays tickets to watch the NBA, you should have your head examined. It is embarrassing. It's an embarrassing league. And Adam Silver sits there and he laughs because he's at the big games. 6 teams were under 300 winning percentage. So you can't win 3 out of 10. Brooklyn, Indiana, Washington, Utah, Sacramento, and Memphis. Horrible. 10 teams, 32 wins or less.
Pretty bad.
Wow.
It is actually a garbage league. Golden State, who are trying to tank, they couldn't even tank enough to get out of the playoffs. They got 37 wins.
Yeah.
Get rid of the play-in.
Plan's over.
It is horrible basketball. You watch 3 weeks of March Madness and then try and watch NBA basketball. The guys who aren't getting paid much compared to the guys that are getting paid much, it is an awful league. The playoffs should be good. They will be good. But, again, we don't need 10 teams in every league. But it's a horrible league. No, it is honestly, you don't know who's playing one night to the other. Some of these guys you never even heard of.
That's the problem. And the problem is the contracts because from 2013 to 2020, we had like a golden NBA 7 years. Yes. It was fantastic.
It'll never be again.
It'll never be like that again.
Have Kobe, LeBron.
That's this thing. We had guys like Russell Westbrook who every single night you watched him, it was like he was going 42 minutes and he was emptying the tank. It didn't matter if he was playing the last place team, first place team. And Chris Broussard said something the other day. It's exactly how I feel. you know, it'll be like the other night. I get it, I guess, because it was one of the last games of the year. Wemby was hurt, but it's like Nuggets Spurs, and you're like, oh, I can see Jokic and Wemby play against each other. And 1 out of 3 of those nights is the only time you're going to see those two go head to head, because a star is going to be sitting 2 out of 3 times.
But he is actually hurt.
Yeah, he is.
He's played almost every game.
But the annoying part is just that every time you're excited for a matchup, the first thing I do is I run to the score and I look at the injuries. Is someone sitting out? I love LeBron. I get it. He's 41. But it's
San
like
Antonio could have rested guys more.
They should have.
They didn't.
I would have
And
too.
they didn't. I know. They could have rested more, and they didn't. Not like when Popovich was coach.
Yeah.
The whole team
Coach.
wouldn't show up.
So it's and anyone who made fun of the MLB and is a huge NBA fan, you have no place to speak anymore, because the MLB modernized and switched rules. I know it took forever. The NBA has 2 of the worst rules in sports, the 65-game rule. It has ruined the MVP.
I like that.
Do you? Because I hate it.
You know, because guys will play more. Jordan played
But
on one leg half the time.
It's fine if you were saying
bring your kids to a game to go see LeBron and
You know
sit.
what?
he's 41.
Even
No, but I'm just saying.
you still got to play a lot.
But look at the people who can't win MVP now because they got hurt.
That's not the league's problem.
But they got hurt. They didn't sit out.
But a lot of
Shane-
guys
What's
who
the
sit
65
out.
guys? Sorry, guys.
You have to play 65 games
Oh,
to be eligible for MVP, to be eligible for all
I
NBA
think in any
teams.
league it should be. Any
But that-
league.
so
This
now-
is why I should never
Gotta
get
be a
involved in
percentage.
NBA.
So now, but now we're messing with
I was thinking of something else.
contracts because a guy broke his leg, and now we're like, but
They sign these contracts
Here's-
because everything
no,
is about.
but like you have to have Wemby. Like if Wemby missed 2 more games, he wouldn't be eligible for a Supermax.
And you know what? If he was one of the other guys, he would have signed out.
He
wanted
would've.
to play.
But I don't think that you can measure someone's value based on 65 games. I think that if they played 6, you can say he played 60 games and was
I
still.
don't like Stephen A. Smith, but he had some good topics. In the Jordan era, for I think it was 82 games as well, 90% of the players played 75 games or more.
There is a
Now
problem with
it's
that.
20%.
But I don't
How
think
does it get to
I don't
that?
think eligibility for an MVP award because
To me, you got to be planned to be an MVP.
But to me, like I know now you can't because Doncic ended up actually getting hurt and not playing. But Doncic was going to miss a couple more games because of that technical foul thing he did. Doncic should be on the MVP.
I think
ladder.
all the guys in the MVP race, but
Kate
they've all
Cunningham.
been out. They've all Kate Cunningham.
It's like he had a collapsed lung. It's like, oh, so now we're not going to give him any votes.
But you can't play. To me, it's a. You know what? The players did this to themselves.
I think you need to
Players
find a
started
way.
it by sitting and playing 60 games. To me, if I bust my ass and I play 78 games, some guy that's played 60, just because he got better stats on a better team,
I'm afraid that we're.
I'd say, you know what? Next year, I'm only going to play 60 games.
So, but
I'm going to rest every other night.
if we look back in 20 years in the history of the NBA, we are going to have someone on an All NBA first team that we go, oh, they were really that good, and then we're going to look at the stats from that year. We're going to be like, this guy was just so much better. Why is he
The
there?
games I've watched, I'm saying, how did this guy make that?
Oh, I agree.
I've seen some of these players and the way they shoot. I'm thinking the WNBA maybe,
Yeah.
but not the NBA.
But the
Holy
last
hell,
thing
yeah.
you want is for all NBA first teams to become Pro Bowls, where it's like, oh, Tyler Huntley is a Pro Bowler. He was a third string
That
quarterback.
this is another thing. The game was a lot harder back then. They played defense. How are guys getting hurt all the time now? Nobody plays defense. So all they do is shoot threes and go to the foul line. How are they getting hurt? They're supposed to be in better shape.
I don't watch
It's
basketball,
all
but
right.
when I did, it was back in the Larry Bird days. And those guys underneath the rim.
And Larry Bird's career is shortened because he had a horrible back because he played every game and
But
got
they played
You know
hurt.
what my solution
And
is?
Larry Bird's in career he should be a top 4 player.
And that dummy wants to expand. He should
You
be
can't.
embarrassed. He should be embarrassed.
He needs to be
To me,
taken out.
The NBA should either, I would take 10 games off the schedule.
They won't ever though.
Because everything's
They'll
money.
never do it,
That's
yeah.
the problem. Then the players don't get the money. See, it's all greed. So then, you know what? As a player, if you don't want to play the games,
Yeah.
To me,
I get the pushing them to play more games. I don't think that you can mess with the history of the NBA.
if I went to
By
a
doing
Raptor
that.
game and I went to see the other team, and when I got there,
Yeah.
their
I'll give the
star
Raptors
player
credit.
wasn't playing. I
Right,
would
that
be
was my
like-
point earlier.
You know how many people I know that LeBron never used to play in Toronto?
Yeah.
Years ago, he would
Yeah.
never play. And how many people I know would spend $300-400
Yeah.
for them and their kid to go see
Maybe that's
it?
why he destroyed us. every
LeBron
time
was
he
on the
goes.
bench.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We have to find a way, but I think it would be horrible if next year Wemby because Wemby is going to get hurt at some point. Like he's too tall. He plays on the perimeter.
Yeah.
He's going to get hurt. If Wemby plays 60 games next year and is averaging like 29 and 14 and 5 blocks or 4 blocks
I wouldn't give it to him. I wouldn't give it.
But don't you think that would look really bad on the league if in 10 years we're looking? It's like, how did Wemby? He doesn't have an All-NBA first team. Like, how is he not on that All-NBA first team? Like, we lose that player.
But well, what do? You say, if the guy's got a broken leg, it's okay, or you know what I mean?
think
There's
you have
got
to
to be
find-
some kind of. I know Kate Cunningham is different. That's
Him too, like
problem,
collapsed lung. And it's like he was like in my top 3
Right.
MVPs at some
You
point.
see a lot of these teams when they're playing bad teams, they'll rest guys.
Yeah,
Can you
imagine Springsteen on tour and then he gets to some town he doesn't want it, and Jeremy Allen White is sitting in because Bruce needs a break.
What they
You'd
need
be a
to
little
do,
sad.
what they need to do is change the draft system. I think they should make it like the NFL, because the NFL, that's why we have such parity. We don't have we have 3 really, really bad teams every year. The NBA, on any given night, there's going to be one game that's good. Maybe one.
At the most.
Maybe one game that's good. So you need to reduce the amount of bad teams.
I've never
versus
seen
that
so
thing.
many 10, 15, 20-point spreads in the NBA. That's what college basketball is the first month when you're playing the small schools
Yeah.
of practice. How many times you see the scores in the morning and 5, 6 games, 25-point victories? You should
Yeah.
never see that.
And we can
every
fix.
time.
It's fixable too. This is fixable. It wasn't like this growing up. We can like when I was growing up watching basketball, it wasn't like this.
But the
need to
tanking has
figure it
went
out.
from the last month of the season
That can be
to Indiana for the whole year.
We can
To
fix
the
that. I think we
Wizards
can.
4 months. The last 3 months, everybody's tanking.
I'm gonna take the Pacers and put them on over here because
Just because a guy gets hurt, you say, "Oh, we're not going to try next
But
year."
I do believe that's like a special thing that we're not gonna see that happen that often. Celtics didn't do it.
No,
Celtics Tatum went
there's
down. That's a
another
great
one.
organization.
Halliburton goes down. Oh, we're not playing.
So I think that's. But I think it's something that the Wizards the last 8 years have been a
look
lottery.
what the
team.
Wizards done. They
Yeah,
trade for Anthony Davis. You don't need to play the rest.
Exactly,
Of
Trae Young.
Trey Young. Oh, you sit, relax. You got a sore toe. Don't worry. We'll pay you the next 4 months. You come back in October when you're fresh.
That's what they can
Every
take.
player
Like
like that.
for,
They can
nobody
take that from the
wants to
NFL though. The
That's
NFL
wrong.
has a very strict injury report where everything is pretty honest. You have to be honest about what your player has. I think you can fix the injury report.
Anthony Davis health enough. He's got
He
his
can
own.
play.
He's got his own TV
I
show
know.
for pranks. He's
Those two
okay
can
for
play,
that.
and they should have
That's
played the
okay.
rest of the year.
Come on.
So that needs to be fixed. I would take
athletes just want to play though.
You think they don't anymore?
Raptor
Basketball
players do.
are the worst.
Raptor players do. I don't see anyone sit on the
Well,
Raptors. I'll give them
They're
credit.
literally, if Barrett and them aren't playing, there's something
Yeah,
wrong.
they're all hurt, injury prone. But that was our pre-log because that was actually not a topic, but we did do that
You're
pretty
saying-
well.
Oh, that's right.
For LeBron, I don't think.
Let's talk about
We haven't even
LeBron.
got
What would
to-
success look like for LeBron and the Lakers?
I don't think
I
they're
had
going
it
to
up
beat
for a minute,
Houston.
too.
I don't think they're going to beat Houston.
Unless
If Doncic can play, but
if he
they
comes back
lost
game
three.
3.
I feel sorry for him for what they've lost.
Yeah.
He's wasting his time in LA. I know he got lucky and won one.
Yeah.
But what has he done lately? Nothing. They have a good team this year, but they have a lot of wins against a lot of bad teams.
Yeah.
They're never going to compete with the Denver and the
They-
OKCs
They
right
can't
now.
play OKC.
If I'm him, I would leave. I don't know. 'Cause if he really wants to win, go to Cleveland again. They have a good team. I mean, he doesn't need money anymore.
The Harden thing ties up the Lakers a little bit. I mean, the Cavs a little bit.
But
money-wise.
LeBron, how much money does he need? You know, if you want to win, I don't think the Lakers next year, if they're all healthy, can compete in the West as well. I think he's better off going the East where it's wide open.
Yeah, I hope he doesn't come back east. I just think going to 6 games would be a success. If Doncic doesn't play the whole round, if LeBron gets him to 6 games, I will sit back and be
Houston's not winning,
astonished.
used to winning in the playoffs either. So,
And I'll give LeBron credit. Last 5 games without Doncic and Reeves, I thought they were going to fall apart, and he's looked like the old LeBron. So, like from 2018. So I'll give him credit there. If LeBron, I think they're talking about maybe aiming for like game 3 or 4, Doncic back. If LeBron takes one game,
still won't be fully healthy.
yeah. But if LeBron takes one game, I'll give him like a 10% chance to win that series.
They got home, but I would be shocked if they. Yeah, I could see it going 6, but I'd be shocked to see any more.
With Doncic and LeBron are 2 of the best statistical playoff performers we've seen. I would give them a shot. I also think the Rockets are not great.
They're not.
I've watched them all
We'll
year.
see what Durant's got in the playoffs.
Yeah, it might be just different. He might turn it up in the playoffs. But I think LeBron should stay, and it has nothing to do with basketball. It has to do with you've left a lot of teams, and you need to. There is a sense of legacy, and a
It's an
fourth
ego
team would
thing
feel
with him,
weird.
though. It's an ego
It is,
thing
but
with him.
a fourth team would feel really weird.
You
The
know,
third
he'll
team
say
felt
if he
weird.
goes somewhere and wins with somebody else, he's going to say, "Oh, how many players have won?" You know what I mean?
He would have that,
Three
but
different teams.
you would have to win.
Yeah.
And I don't think him going to the Knicks is good for legacy. I know being in New York and bringing that New Yorker championship would be good.
Yeah.
I don't think the team being Brunson, Hart, LeBron, Anunoby, Cat, you would have an unbelievable starting five. I don't like that for his legacy. I didn't like when he went to LA, but I understood it in the sense of he wanted to be in Hollywood and make movies and play for the Lakers. I don't think that this is a legacy move. He moved his family to LA. He got this team to draft his son, who actually, by the way, looks pretty good lately. I'm just going to say it. I've had a lot of fun.
More.
He actually looks pretty good.
He's played a lot.
So I just cannot see him engraving himself in LA, saying you have to draft my son, and then just being like, okay, I'm gone.
Mm.
I would have thought the only place he could go that would have made sense legacy wise is the Cavs. Not even money wise. Do I think LeBron and James Harden on the same court work?
No.
I have no clue because James Harden is ball dominant.
Well, we're gonna find out what James is all about.
I'm hoping he's about nothing, but I'm hoping. But Reeves, Doncic, LeBron, I think would have beat the Rockets. That's me. I think would have beat the Rockets 6 or 7. I don't think they would have beat anyone else. Like I don't think they can compete with the Nuggets.
Maybe Minnesota.
Okay, see, maybe Minnesota, not the Spurs.
Not the Spurs.
So like,
sure.
I don't think there's a championship run in the Lakers, but I do think it would have been a lot more fun to see.
Oh yeah, they would have been a second round.
It would have been fun to watch him in the second round because I think the second round is going to be amazing.
And they want that for TV.
That's the thing. Losing LeBron early is going to hurt the NBA. But again, success without Doncic and Reeves is going to game 6 or 7 to me.
Yeah.
Just watching LeBron turn back. And by the way,
he's gonna have to win one on his own.
We thought Father Time defeated LeBron this year a little bit. These last 5 games showed me that LeBron was just stepping back and saying, "Okay, you guys do it." Because I watched him against the Mavericks, even though they lost. It was like 31, 8, and 11 again. It was like watching the old guys.
He's not going to shoot as much with Doncic
No,
in the game.
that's the thing. And it's to me, it's impressive that he's been like, okay, as one of the greatest players ever. Okay, this is your team now. I'm going to be the third.
Yeah,
I think that's impressive.
That's good of a player.
Yeah, I think that's really impressive that he did that.
Harden would never do that.
No one would do that. Like even like think about Jordan. Even Jordan didn't do that. Kevin Durant wants the ball in his hands. Jordan was shooting a lot in his last year with the Wizards. So I'm very impressed with LeBron that he did that. But I did also think that's all he could do. And now watching him by himself, I'm like, oh, he is still capable of 26 points a game. This has solidified my like stance on LeBron this year, being like, oh, 41 years old, and I still think he can be a top 8 player when he wants to be.
He's still better.
He's still better than a lot of players.
95% of the players in the league, which is sad.
And even if he's not the best player on that team, I do think he's the most important player on that team.
Yeah.
I think he's done a really good job there. All right, this is a fun one. Who has the most to gain in these playoffs?
To gain?
Yeah.
I guess, well, OKC.
Yeah.
Could be a dynasty.
Yeah.
If they win again this year, you're talking dynasty because, like you said, they're signed for many years.
They have 2 draft picks in the first round this year. They have a lot.
To me, James Harden.
Yeah.
If Cleveland lose to the Raptors and they made that trade to get him and lost Darius Garland, who I liked anyway,
it's bad.
It's a bad look for him.
Yeah.
Anyway, I would think. Kawhi Leonard, I think they're going to beat Golden State.
Yeah.
If they win and get in, see how he plays.
Yeah.
You know, the Knicks.
Yeah.
They got a lot to. They fired their coach because they couldn't win.
Yeah.
See,
after getting the Eastern Conference Finals.
Exactly. So if that wasn't good enough, I don't think they're good enough to beat Boston or.
Yeah.
Anyway, Atlanta's going to give them a good go. I don't think they win that, but I think the Knicks and the coach have a lot to because.
And Bruce Brown's never won anything.
And this guy played his starters just as much as Thibodeau did.
Yeah.
So you can't even blame that, on rest.
Yeah.
And in the West, I would love to see San Antonio.
I
had a soft spot for them. You know what? They were bad so many years, and they got the one pick that they needed, and they're building around them. So I would like to see San Antonio. Yeah,
I'm going to go individually. I think SGA has the most to gain this year because there's a really good chance that he goes back-to-back MVP, back-to-back finals MVP. And that would put him in a pretty rare era with LeBron, Jordan, Kobe. Right? Kobe had back-to-back finals MVPs. Did he? I think he did.
I think so. Yeah.
I had the list on my computer and it's on it. But he's in this rarefied era. And someone said it, I forget who, on Twitter the other day, if he wins this year, he does all that. we're gonna have like some really uncomfortable conversations in a couple of years about where SGA ranks all time. Like you start throwing him in the top 20. He, at the end of his career, his points are going to be, I assume, in the top 10, just how people score.
But the problem I got with when we compare from now to Larry Bird and Jordan, the games back then were 95-90.
Yeah.
Now they're 130 to 120.
But even
you're going to score more
wise,
points. There's more shots. There's more threes. So you're going to average more points. You're going to average more assists. It's just.
Yeah, you are. But even just accolades-wise, just looking at somebody who's had those 2 years back-to-back, where he's had finals.
I didn't think he was that great in college.
I just thought he was going to be really good.
I thought he was good. I didn't think he was great.
And remember, he came out of the Paul George, Russell Westbrook deal.
Yeah, trade.
Or just the Paul George deal to go to the Clippers. The Clippers got nothing out of that Kawhi Paul George run. And now the Thunder are going for a dynasty. So, and they look like they can't be stopped. I also think Jason Tatum is somebody who could gain a lot.
I give him credit for coming back.
It would.
It scares me that he's playing. But.
He came back, and the first night he didn't look great, but he took it step by step, and now he's looking a little better. I'm happy that he got to play in Madison Square Garden before the playoffs because that's where he got hurt. He didn't have – they gave him a cheer when he came in, which is nice. But it's calmed down because everyone's rooting for Jason Tatum. But for like a little bit there, he didn't win Finals MVP. He didn't get a minute at the Olympics. There was a lot of people. I know it's not his fault, but there were a lot of people coming down on him. Yeah. And I would like to see. I think they're going to go to the finals. Spoiler alert. Anyways, I like to see them win, and I like to see him get the Finals MVP. Give him a little bit of like that. It is his team.
Well, if they win, he will be there.
I think he will be. But Jaylen Brown's on that MVP ladder this year. He's been great.
And how many games he's played? That guy's carried the team.
He's been fantastic. So, I mean, I think they're both great. I think they've both proven how valuable they are. I would love to see Jason Tatum get his moment.
I can't believe the record that the Celtics had.
Without Jason Tatum?
Without Jason Tatum. When you thought they were just going to sort of let the season go, and next thing you know, they started winning with all their backups.
Yeah, that's just a good organization.
Yeah, it's very smart.
And the most to lose, and they've already lost it, is the Sixers and Embiid.
Oh, they're dead.
Because
what a waste
that, I remember peak 2019, the Raptors playoff run, the team I was most scared of was that Sixers team that had Ben Simmons,
that was a great series.
Embiid, JJ Redick, Tobias Harris, Jimmy Butler. It was a great series, and I was like, this is the best starting five in the league. Even if Golden State's healthy, this is the best starting five in the league. And Embiid was unstoppable. He scared the hell out of me. And I get a lot of it is him. This one is not. It's an appendicitis. It happens any time in the season. You miss 2 weeks. It happens the end of the season.
It's that trust the process
years ago
that they did, and you know what?
It's over. There's no process.
They tanked.
It's done.
And that was the trust. That was trusting the process. And I love the guy, but when's it time to hang up?
It doesn't feel like
he can't play 50 games a year.
No,
his body can't do it.
That's the thing. Like, just like I think he's probably the most, maybe like the top. Maybe he's the third most talented big man I've ever seen. His jump shot is unbelievable.
He's unbelievable.
And he just watching him and Kawhi go back and forth that 1 year. He was a great mid-range shooter. And now it just feels like you rarely see him. And it's a shame because Paul George is playing pretty decent basketball right now. Tyrese Maxey's great. VJ Edgecombe's a great rookie.
Talent.
If Embiid was out there, I would give him a serious shot at the 7th seed to upset anybody. Yeah. But I actually do. I've hated Embiid his whole career. I feel very bad.
I feel bad for him. He's a guy that wants to play, but his body can't do it. His body can't do it.
And he had to deal with another Ben Simmons who, at the height of both of their primes together, just confidence fell off, couldn't play anymore, back issues. So I'm gonna give Embiid in the Sixers the most to lose, but I think they've already lost it.
Yeah.
So let's go to our dark horse finals picks, and then as we know, the dark horse are who we think could upset some people, make some noise. It's like a backup bracket, and then we'll do our.
But the sad thing is about the NBA is there's no dark horses anymore. Yeah. There's only at the beginning of the year there was probably 6 teams you could say honestly that could win the championship. The dark horse for me would be San Antonio, but they beat Oklahoma City a lot during the regular season.
Yeah.
In the East, if the Knicks can put it all together to beat the Celtics, I would say them. But realistically, Cleveland isn't going to beat them.
Yeah.
Atlanta's not going to beat Boston. I don't see anybody else that can beat them. Oklahoma City, they'll kill Minnesota. They'll beat Houston easy.
Yeah.
San Antonio is the only team that actually has a shot in my eyes.
I'm going with the Cavs, and I hope not because they play us. But I don't believe in playoff chokers. I believe in playoff risers, but I don't believe in playoff chokers because I think that you can.
You're a Cowboys fan. Are you
No,
out of your mind?
but I don't believe that.
That's all I've seen.
But I think that football and basketball are way different because I think in basketball you control the pace, and in football you're playing at the other team's pace all the time. If a team's rushing you in football, you have to speed up. But I think as James Harden's case, he's a guard and he can control the game. I think he presses, same as Dak, but I think he presses, and I think
you shouldn't now with Donovan.
That's the thing. You have this is way different. I mean, I like Chris Paul, but Chris Paul wasn't the scoring threat that Mitchell was. I don't think James Harden is better than Donovan Mitchell. So I don't think he's the best player on your team. I don't think all of it is landing on
the Raptors. I let him shoot over Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, Mitchell's another great playoff performer. He had what do you have 70 in the bubble against the Nuggets. But Harden's always been someone I really liked. It's a shame I have to play him, and it's a shame we have to beat him in the first round. But I think that team is very good. Mobley, Mitchell, and Harden.
They have talent.
I think they have a lot of talent.
I love Jared Allen.
Jared Allen's great center. And I know it's my team, but I think they drew a little lucky getting the Raptors. We're a young team. We have no shooters. I think in the playoff series, it's going to be it's always a game of runs in the playoffs. I think out of every team besides the Hawks, we are the team in the playoffs least likely to go on like a massive run.
Oh, yeah.
Which is funny because we just went on a 31-0 run a week ago against the Magic, but I don't see like, oh, Emmanuel quickly can't miss.
That was good for the Raptors just to get there this year.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's why I'm not, if we lose to the Cavs and, 6 or whatever, I'll be like, okay, these guys got they got their experience, but I do think the Cavs, but I don't think anyone's beating the Celtics like you. I don't think the Pistons are as good as the Celtics.
Oh, actually, yeah.
I even don't think they're as good as the Celtics.
I think they're a one-man show too.
That's the thing. And I do think that franchise and just how your run plays into it. I don't think anyone wants to go to Boston to play a game. I think that's a terrifying place. In the West, I'm going with the Nuggets because I feel like everyone's kind of sleeping on Jokic a little bit. But as soon as I see him in the playoffs, him and Murray in the playoffs, I trust him. They have the Timberwolves. I think they'll walk to the Timberwolves.
They'll kill the Timberwolves.
I mean, I'm looking at the West, and I'm like Spurs, Thunder, Nuggets.
Problem with the Spurs is they're going to – if they win and Denver win, they play Denver, and then you got to play Oklahoma City. So the winner of that, probably a 6-7 game series. Now you got to go to Oklahoma City, who probably beats Houston in 5 or 6 games. I was
going to say, maybe 4 or 5.
So they could be tired by the time they play Oklahoma City.
I'm also going to say the Clippers are a dark horse. Kawhi has played very good once he got healthy this year, and I don't want to see Kawhi do that well. But I've been very happy to see the guys from my childhood who are getting old start to play really, really good basketball. Even though Kawhi hurt me a long time ago, I'm all on board to see the Clippers do something fun.
They're due to win eventually.
But I see this dark horse is funny because I don't think they could even touch the Thunder.
No, that's
so I don't know.
A gimme.
I don't want to put them as a dark horse, but I do think that they could get.
They're going to get out of the play-in.
Out of the play-in, even out of the first. Because they'll have to play a Thunder because they're a 9 seed, right?
Yeah,
they can't be 7.
They'll play the.
It'll be one of those two.
They'll play Phoenix or Portland.
Not the Clippers. Not the Clippers. Then I got Nuggets as my dark horse. Okay, for our final, let's go for our official predictions.
Pretty easy. It's Oklahoma City over Boston in the finals.
I'm gonna go
good series, maybe 6 games.
Yeah, I'll go Thunder over Celtics. Hopefully, it gets to 7, but it feels like the Warriors' days.
It's too predictable. The NBA, you're not going to see a 6 or 7 seed. It's like any other sport. You spend the money, you're going to be in the big games.
And I do love how we've gotten to that point with the Thunder that we got to the Warriors, where it's like, oh, we're trying to find any way.
I think
to say they're not good. Yeah, I think they could be. The whole team is way better.
They're young.
Their bench is great. They have a lot of draft picks coming up. They have a great organization.
Their stars a lot of the games this year.
And people are just trying to say like anything to make it seem like they're not like the heavy favorites.
Oh, they are.
I think there's a good chance to just walk through the West again.
That's the best conference, the West.
Yeah, if they see like the Spurs or Nuggets in the conference finals, like
I say, they could be tired.
And just the fact that who on that team who can guard Shea on either of those teams.
Exactly. Yeah, you're not
I
gonna
guess,
see.
like, I don't know. Like, the best series would be Spurs Nuggets. That'd be a lot of fun.
What's that?
Spurs Nuggets would be a
Oh,
really
it'd be a
fun
great
series.
series.
And it'd be fun to see Wemby go up against Chet.
No,
But Wemby could completely cancel out Chet, and Shea and J-Dub could just take over the game. So that's the issue. Wemby needs to be surrounded a little more.
Exactly. Oh, they're young team.
They're young.
Too.
If you surround Wemby with not even shooters, just surround him with some players who can make their own shot.
That's right.
Who can, with the ball in their hand, who can make something happen. I think the Spurs are set up. So I don't know if the OKC will go on a dynasty because I think
that's why the West.
I think the Spurs could help.
LeBron staying out there.
Yeah, it would make sense.
San Antonio.
I'm looking at the Eastern Conference. Hawks, Cavs, Raptors. Like, there's no like
doesn't scare anybody. They're good, but they're not going to scare you.
Is that he could really? And people are talking about him going to the Warriors. Why would you do that?
Nobody.
Go with Curry. It's like, why would you even do that?
They're not going to beat nobody.
Play with Podziemski.
They're done too.
That whole thing's over. And people are all hard on the Warriors. We're also forgetting how long they were amazing.
They were good for a long time.
I got Warriors fans who are friends who were complaining like they suck this year. It's like you also saw the greatest dynasty you've seen in a long time.
Can't be good that long in the NBA.
What was it, from 15 to, and then their last championship was 22?
22.
So you had 7 years of dominance. So that's
pretty good.
Take it easy. Well, we'll be tuning into the NBA playoff basketball, but we will be tuning into the most.
Hockey, and don't forget the NFL draft next week.
The NFL draft next week. So yeah, we'll do a mock draft or something next time we do this. But go Sabres, go Raptors.
At least you got something to watch this year.
I know this year Rusty will be giving us a hand up there. I know he'll be pulling some strings. So thank you for watching Trash Talking.
I'm Reg.
I'm E, and we'll see you at the Sabre playoff.